Nick used Kimi K3 and Higgsfield to build cinematic websites for about $1. I'm using Google's Gemini video and anti-gravity to recreate the same trick and try to beat it. Same kind of visual journey, same scroll controlled effect, but I'm counting every generation, every failure, the real time, and the real cost. And one of these looked incredible as a video, but it completely fell apart as a website. Here are the rules. Nick's published results we're going to treat as the benchmark. I'm not pretending that I independently reran his Kimi and Higgsfield workflow. My side is documented from start to finish. Gemini generated 6 cinematic clips. Anti-gravity is going to build the website live, and then you get to see the limits, not just the lucky result. So I pulled 7 targets from Nick's video. Okay, I'm going to give anti-gravity 1 generated video in a completely, basically unbuilt project. I'm going to paste the full brief once, and we're going to see how far it gets without us rescuing it. This is basically a Kimi versus Google head-to-head. Let's see how it looks. So this first one here, it says it's grown, not made. And so this is a visual experience for somebody who likes Earth or something like that. I think it's solid. I'm going to probably give this one to Kimi right off the bat. The video that was generated, I would say looked way better than what you're seeing here. Like there was a little shining piece of light that would like show up from the bottom there and go up to the next one, but that's life. So for the first one, I'm going to give it to Kimi K3 over anti-gravity. This one is going to be gas. Yeah. Absolute gasser. Yeah, I got no questions here. This is gas. This website by itself, somebody could make and charge $10,000 for. I have charged more than $10,000 for websites that definitely look worse than this. This one I'm going to give to Gemini for sure. For me, doing basically no prompt engineering, no fine tuning to end up with a website this nice is exceptional. So this one, solid. Let's move on to the next realm. And that one was Abyssal Luminescence. Okay, The Last Bloom. So this one I actually thought was going to make the best website because Gemini made the most, I would say, close to the original video. But so far, decent. Okay, it's perfume. No, see, there's a little glitch here. Yeah, that's on Gemini here for the video generation. If it was actually a consistent video that like kept it scene, that probably would have looked better. This one I'm going to have to give to Kimi K3. That one was called The Last Bloom. This one here, we have Amber Core temperature 850 degrees Celsius. It looks exceptional visually. Oof, it's nice, but why not do some branding there? Add some Wadude AI branding right on top. I'm going to give it to Nick as well on this one. I don't know if the quality looks bad. You all let me know what you think. I think it's a cool website. I could see it being used for some people, but this one didn't do it for me. But yeah, this is acceptable. I'll go into some of the details around API costs and all that from my math. I'm using, once again, anti-gravity and Gemini models through that, so the pricing is heavily subsidized. But this website's nice. This one I like. I'm going to give this one maybe a tie. I don't think I can say individually. You all let me know what you think. Pretty nice. And then you have this one. Dope. Except another glitch at the end where the scene changes. Not worth it. I'm going to give this one to Nick and the Kimi team here. I think Kimi wins here as well. And then we have Hot Metal Type, I guess. And I think this is the last one. And it also breaks at the end where the scene kind of gets messed up. We're going to have to give that one to Kimi. So we're back at the front here. And then Gemini did get bonus points here, where it actually created what we're calling a comparison matrix, where we can synchronize the timeline between two of them. And this experiment here was just showing how quickly we can go from some other guy's experiment showing 10 exceptional websites that people definitely were paying tens of thousands of dollars for, all the way now to being able to see within Gemini and maybe 30 minutes of actual focus time, what you could create. And all of these websites are pretty solid, and definitely if you spent another 10 minutes, you could sell it. If you're a developer, designer, or agency looking to build high-end client sites that instantly wow your visitors, I'm going to package the entire source code into a plug-and-play boilerplate for you so that you can get all the high-definition video assets, the full kind of a code and hardware that's needed to be able to create something like this, and I'll turn it into a template that you can get right out the door. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment the word, let's think, Gemini in the comment, and I'll be sure to send it your way. So this is my honest take here. Google got me to the cinematic videos in a really nice experience to getting, I would say, most of the assets that I needed pretty darn easily and super fast. But that last 10% was some real work, right? And there was a few things that anti-gravity was able to do, and it was able to work and look pretty good on my end. The reality and what you can learn from that is the demo here is going to be easy. To turn this into something responsive that's actually going to work for a client is going to take a little bit more work, but honestly, this was at least 80-90% of the way there. So did Gemini and anti-gravity beat the Kimi K3 and Higgsfield stack? That's a question for you to decide. For me right now, I can't say yes genuinely. I think that Hicksfield is doing a little bit better on some of the video generation. I do think that Nick was spicing in the video, acting like it only costed him $1. Gemini proved that it can make the visual ingredients, and anti-gravity proved that it could turn those ingredients into actual interactions that look cool. And that's a real result. But Nick's work is still going to be the benchmark for the last part. Taste. Picking the right journey, getting continuity in that journey, knowing when an output isn't great and the video file maybe has something that's going to mess up when it comes to the actual implementation. All of that is actually going to be pretty important for you to build around. And that's the real story here for this video and this comparison. And the reality is the effect here that I created is reproducible now. And you don't need a giant 3D team to make something look like this. You still need taste. You're still going to need a point of view. And you still need to know when the AI gave you a cool video versus a real idea. So in that sense, I think Nick was right. But what about the media assets? Honestly, from my math here, that would have costed at least $1. Once again, question for Nick would be, how much did it cost to create the videos on Hicksfield? Because Hicksfield is expensive. So if you want to have this exact same setup on your side, completely free, and all the details of how to get it done, go ahead and leave a comment below. Thanks again for watching with Dude AI. I'll see you later.